They're trying to change up anytime something new comes along.
Welcome back, Warwick County viewers, to another exciting episode of Sports Central with me, Andrew Mackey. I'd like to start out by apologizing for not having an episode last week. I was up in Connecticut on vacation. It was actually a little chilly up there. It was only 85 degrees. And I come here and it's regularly over 100 degrees. But thankfully I have this ice cool, refreshing Durs cream soda to keep me cool. Oh man, I almost need a jacket now. But unlike me, the American Legion baseball teams do not have air conditioning to keep them cool this summer, but they're still playing baseball games. They're both at opposite ends of the spectrum lately. The Newburgh Legion team, Cavalryman Post 44, is just dominating opponents these days. They played yesterday on 4th of July, and they beat Funkhauser 23-3 in just 7 innings. And on Tuesday, they beat Mount Vernon 12-2. And this is all on the back end of a busy weekend for them. They were in Mattoon, Illinois, playing a tournament from Wednesday through Saturday. They went 6-1 in that tournament and were tournament champs. They won their 6 games 3-0, 21-0, 9-1, 7-4, 6-5, and 9-1. And their only loss was 11-0, and it was the second game of the doubleheader on Friday after they had already played 4 previous games. So Coach Jim Lynch told me they were pretty worn out, but then after losing that game, they bounced back to win 2 more to win the championship. That improves their record to 23-4 now. And coming up for them, they play at the Shoeless Joe Jackson Classic, an Evansville tournament hosted by the Evansville travel team called the Razorbacks. In that tournament, Newburgh plays 2 games on Friday at 11:30 and 2 at USI. On Saturday, they play another 2 games. They play at 9 a.m. at Central and 2 p.m. at USI. And on Sunday, they play their last game of pool play at 1:30 at USI. And if they do well enough there, they'll make the championship game, which will be at USI Sunday afternoon. So they're playing really well right now. I think they've only lost 1 game in their last, 10 or 12. So they're on fire right now. And on the other end of that, on the opposite end, is the Boonville Legion team, Post 200. They are struggling immensely. They've lost to Pate, Rockport, Jasper, and Princeton in the last week. And they've only won 1 game against Washington, so they're 1-5 lately. But their coach, Curtis Like, told me they've been missing 5 starters, and all 5 of those guys will be back next week as they play a doubleheader at Owensboro tomorrow night, and they play at Sullivan on Saturday. They play at Mount Vernon on Tuesday, and then they host Newburgh next Wednesday. So Coach Like tells me that they will be full strength, and he expects to start winning some more games, unlike their last week when they were shorthanded. And in high school sports this week, there's absolutely nothing going on because it is moratorium week. From July 2nd through the 8th, coaches and athletes cannot have any contact with each other in any way. No conditioning, no open gyms, absolutely no contact at all. So that's going on right now. And that's kind of a notable week because after that, usually things start picking up. They start having camps. They start just generally gearing up for the season because their first official day of practice is in less than a month. It's July 30th for all fall sports except for girls golf. They actually are allowed to start practicing July 27th because their first contest is actually July 30th. So while it seems like we're in the middle of summer, we're actually less than a month away from the upcoming 2012-2013 high school season. That wraps up this edition of Sports Central. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you check it out next week. We'll be back on Wednesdays. And go out and buy some Durr soda, produced by C.A. Durr and Company. Best.
I had a rough day, but that's life.